Welcome to Heart Attack Awareness. In today's video, we'll reveal the science behind one of the simplest, cheapest, and most powerful foods for protecting your heart: leafy greens. While they may not get the attention that superfoods like berries or exotic seeds do, these humble vegetables contain compounds that actively lower blood pressure, improve artery flexibility, and reduce the risk of heart attacks. You'll learn why certain leafy greens act as natural artery cleansers, how they boost nitric oxide levels, and which greens have the strongest heart protective properties. We'll also explore how to prepare and eat them for maximum benefit, common mistakes to avoid, and why skipping your greens may silently increase your risk of cardiovascular disease. Let's begin with the basics. What qualifies as a leafy green? Leafy greens include vegetables like spinach, arugula, kale, collard greens, Swiss chard, beet greens, mustard greens, watercress, and romaine lettuce. They're rich in vitamins, minerals, fiber, and a compound that plays a massive role in heart health: dietary nitrates. These naturally occurring nitrates are converted in your body to nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes blood vessels, improves blood flow, and lowers blood pressure. Numerous clinical studies have shown that daily consumption of nitrate-rich greens like spinach and arugula leads to measurable improvements in cardiovascular markers. A randomized trial published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that participants who consumed a high-nitrate green smoothie daily for just 7 days had significantly reduced blood pressure. Another study showed improved endothelial function, that's the health of the inner lining of your blood vessels, in people who regularly ate spinach. Nitric oxide is essential to heart health. It allows blood vessels to dilate, improves circulation, and even reduces the likelihood of clots. As we age, nitric oxide production declines, which partly explains why blood pressure tends to rise. But by consuming nitrate-rich foods, we can naturally support the body's ability to produce nitric oxide. No pills required. Let's break down some of the most powerful leafy greens for your heart. Arugula, one of the highest natural sources of dietary nitrates. It has a peppery flavor and works well in salads, smoothies, and on sandwiches. Spinach, rich in potassium, magnesium, folate, and nitrates. It supports blood pressure regulation and arterial health. Kale, while slightly lower in nitrates, kale is rich in antioxidants like quercetin that reduce inflammation and oxidative stress. Beet greens, the leafy tops of beets, are highly nutritious and shouldn't be discarded. They're rich in nitrates and fiber. Swiss chard and collard greens, these greens are high in magnesium and vitamin K, both of which play roles in heart rhythm and arterial structure. Watercress, often overlooked. This peppery green is high in nitrates and vitamin C, and has been shown to reduce oxidative damage to DNA and improve cardiovascular markers. What's interesting is that these greens not only help produce nitric oxide but also improve cholesterol levels, support healthy weight, and provide fiber that binds excess cholesterol in the digestive tract. This combination makes them an all-around heart protector. Let's talk preparation. Raw, cooked, blended, what's best? While some nutrients like vitamin C may degrade during cooking, lightly steaming or sautéing greens like spinach and kale can actually make certain nutrients more bioavailable, especially for people with sensitive digestion. On the other hand, raw arugula and beet greens preserve more nitrates, so having a mix of raw and cooked greens in your diet is ideal. A powerful way to include them daily is with a green smoothie. Try blending 1 cup spinach, 1 cup arugula, 1/2 banana, lemon juice, and water or plant milk. It's quick, easy, and nitrate-rich. If you prefer savory options, try sautéed kale with garlic and olive oil, or a hearty lentil soup with Swiss chard stirred in. Add chopped collards to stir-fries, or top your sandwiches with romaine and watercress. Now for a few common mistakes that reduce leafy greens' effectiveness. Adding too much salt or salty dressings can counteract the blood pressure-lowering effects. Overcooking greens can destroy some heat-sensitive nutrients and reduce nitrate levels. Eating them with sugary sauces or processed meats defeats the heart health benefit. Instead, pair your greens with heart-healthy fats like avocado, olive oil, or nuts. These fats help your body absorb fat-soluble vitamins like A, E, and K, all found in greens. Some people worry about oxalates in spinach and beet greens, which can contribute to kidney stones in sensitive individuals. If you have a history of kidney stones, rotating your greens, e.g., include kale, romaine, arugula, can help reduce oxalate load while still reaping heart benefits. Now let's talk fiber and inflammation. Greens are high in both soluble and insoluble fiber, which helps sweep cholesterol from the body and regulate blood sugar. Soluble fiber binds to bile in the intestine. Bile is made from cholesterol and removes it through the digestive system. This leads to a reduction in circulating LDL cholesterol, a major contributor to heart disease. In addition to fiber, greens are rich in anti-inflammatory compounds such as flavonoids and carotenoids. These combat oxidative stress, which contributes to the hardening of arteries. Studies show that people who eat the most dark green leafy vegetables have a significantly lower risk of cardiovascular events. Let's hear from Linda, age 63. After her doctor warned her about rising blood pressure and cholesterol, she added 2 cups of leafy greens to her diet each day, 1 in a smoothie, 1 in a cooked meal. In 3 months, her systolic BP dropped 12 points and her LDL cholesterol dropped by 20. She didn't take any new medications, just greens daily. Another success story, Jordan, age 45, was diagnosed with early-stage hypertension and wanted to avoid medication. He began eating salads loaded with arugula, spinach, and walnuts 5 days a week, and replaced one meal with a veggie pack soup. In just 2 months, his blood pressure normalized, and he lost 10 pounds. Greens were the foundation of his lifestyle change. It's worth noting that greens also play a role in supporting gut health, which is increasingly linked to heart health. The fiber in greens feeds beneficial gut bacteria, which in turn produce short-chain fatty acids like butyrate. These compounds reduce systemic inflammation, improve insulin sensitivity, and help maintain a healthy weight, all critical for cardiovascular well-being. To add even more value, consider pairing greens with vitamin C-rich foods like citrus, bell peppers, or tomatoes. This enhances the absorption of plant-based iron and may also help preserve nitric oxide levels. A spinach salad with orange segments and red peppers is more than tasty. It's synergistic. Still skeptical? Let's turn to the science one more time. A meta-analysis of over 25 observational studies published in the journal Nutrients found that people who consumed the highest amounts of leafy greens had a 16% lower risk of cardiovascular disease compared to those who ate the least. This effect was dose-dependent. The more greens, the greater the benefit. So how much do you really need? Aim for at least 1.5 to 2 cups of leafy greens per day, with 3+ cups offering additional benefits. That might sound like a lot, but it's easily achievable. 1 cup in your morning smoothie, 1 in a salad or cooked dish later, and another as a side or stir-in. The key is consistency, not perfection. Here's your updated action plan. Eat 1.5 to 3 cups of leafy greens daily. Mix raw and cooked for nitrate and nutrient balance. Prioritize nitrate-rich options like arugula, spinach, and beet greens. Combine with healthy fats and vitamin C-rich foods. Rotate greens to reduce oxalates and boredom. Prep ahead to make greens accessible and easy to use. Use greens in smoothies, omelets, grain bowls, soups, and sauces. Keep a journal to track how you feel after 2 to 4 weeks. In conclusion, leafy greens are a foundational pillar of any heart-healthy lifestyle. They help keep arteries flexible, lower blood pressure naturally, support cholesterol balance, and provide antioxidants your heart depends on, and they cost less than supplements or medications. This has been Heart Attack Awareness. Thank you for watching. Eat your greens. Your heart will thank you. Stay tuned for the next video in our series Foods That Beat Heart Attack.